Okay, this is lesson 2. So we begin our study of unknown angles. Let's review some key definitions. First of all, adjacent. Okay. Two angles, AOC and COB, with a common side of OC are adjacent angles. Okay. Vertical. When two lines intersect, any two non-adjacent angles formed by those lines are called vertical angles. Or vertical opposite. And the last one is perpendicular. Two lines are perpendicular if they intersect in one point, and any of the angles formed by the intersection of the lines is 90 degrees. Next, complete the missing information in the table below. In the statement column, use the illustration to write an equation that demonstrates the angle relationship. Use all forms of angle notation in your equation. Basically, what we're doing here is actually making the abbreviation. And here we have the abbreviation of angles that are adjacent. Here we have vertical angles have equal measurements. They are opposite one another, and they are vertical angles. Next, we have if the vertex of rays lie on a line, but the ray is not contained in that line, then the sum of the measurements of the angles formed are 180 degrees. This is angles on a line. And the last is suppose 3 or more rays with the same vertex separate the plane into angles with disjointed interiors, then the sum of all the measurements are 360 degrees, and that's angles at a point. For our next exercise, it says to, in a complete sentence, describe the relevant angle, and then write an equation for the angle relationship and solve for x. Well, here we have angles on a line and add up to 180 degrees. So we have x plus 22 equals 180. So when we subtract 22 from both sides, we have x equals 158 degrees. Okay. So next, our lesson for the day is complementary angles. So we have two angles added together that equal 90 degrees. Supplementary are two angles when added together equal 180 degrees. Okay. So now it says the measure of two supplementary angles are in the ratio of 2 to 3. Find the measurements of the two angles. Well, from here on in, guys, these are really word problems. So for here, we've got to write let statements. So here we've got let 2x equal the first angle, and 3x equal the second angle. So with them added together, we have 5x equal 180 degrees. So divide both sides by 5. X is going to equal 36. So now we have 2x, which is 2 times 36, which is 72 degrees, is our first angle. 3x, or 3 times 36, which is 108 degrees, which is our second angle. Okay. So next, we have in a pair of complementary angles, the measurement of the larger angle is 3 times that of the smaller angle. Find the measurement of the two angles. So always let x be your first angle. Or even the smaller angle. Now we've got the larger angle is 3 times that. So 3x is the larger angle. Complementary means it adds up to 90 degrees. So we have x plus 3x equals 90 degrees. So here we have 4x equals 90. Divide both sides by 4. X is going to equal 22.5 degrees. So the first angle second angle is the larger angle. Okay. Our next example says the measure of a supplement of an angle is 6 more than twice the measure of the angle. Find the measurement of the two angles. So we're going to let x equal the smaller angle. And let 2x plus 6 equal the larger angle. Because it's supplement, they're going to add up to 180 degrees. Now, taking off the parentheses here, we've got x plus 2x plus 6 equals 180. So now we have 3x plus 6 equals 180. So subtracting 6 from both sides, we have 3x equals 174. Divide both sides by 3, and we have x equals 58 degrees. So the smaller angle is 58 degrees. The larger angle and 122 degrees is the larger angle. Next we have the measure of a complement is 32 more than 3 times the angle. Find the two angles. So we have let x equal smaller angle and let 3x plus 32 equal a larger angle. And it's the complement, so x plus 3x plus 32 equal 90. So take that off now. We've got x plus 3x plus 32 equal 90. So now we have 4x plus 32 equal 90. Subtract 32 from both sides. Divide both sides by 4. X equals 14.5. So the smaller angle is 14.5 degrees. The larger angle is 75.5 degrees. Next, we have our last problem. Does two lines meet at a point that is also a vertex of an angle? Set up and solve the appropriate for x and y. Well, for y, we have a right angle. We have here and here, which is a 90-degree angle. So 16 plus y equals 90. So subtract 16 from both sides. So y equals 74 degrees. Now to find x, we have this here, and we have x here, and then y. So x plus y equals 180. Y is 74 degrees. Oops, sorry. Subtract 74 from both sides. X equals 106 degrees. And that ends our lesson.